What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the weightlifting whiteboard. Today we're going to talk about foot position in the squat and why we want to keep those knees in line with our toes. So just like last episode, we're going to talk about why this toes forward, knees out position isn't going to be optimal when we're pulling from the floor or squatting. So on the board here, I drew an ankle joint. So we have our fibula, our tibia, and talus. Those are the three bones that make up our ankle. This line in blue here represents the mortise joint of the ankle. So you can see it has two walls and a roof. This particular joint structure really only allows plantar flexion and dorsiflexion and not really any rotation at all. Especially if we're in a lot of dorsiflexion, as this is what's termed the closed pack position, which means there's maximal joint congruency about this mortise joint and would really restrict any rotation if we could get any at all. So since we can't externally rotate that shin, what's going to happen when we squat is we're going to have our foot and shin facing forward, but our thigh and knee pointing out to the side. This is bad news because our knee joint is structurally designed to operate like a hinge. It doesn't like a lot of torsion, so we want to try to make sure that we keep those toes in line with our knees so we can set that knee up to operate how it was structurally designed to. Additionally, since we can't externally rotate that shin, what's going to happen if we're trying to keep those toes pointing straight ahead, but we're really trying to rotate those shins as far out to the side as we can, is we're actually going to start pulling that big toe up off the floor. This is a bad thing. Think about all the activities we do where we push off the ground with that big toe. Walking, running, jumping, ice skating, you name it. Squatting or pulling weights off the floor is going to be no different. You're going to want that big toe, little toe, and heel all in contact with that floor to give us a nice stable base to work from. I hear people all the time say that they want to try to keep a big arch in their foot while they're pulling or squatting. It's okay if that arch comes down a little bit. Our foot is designed to pronate and supinate. That arch kind of collapsing a little bit, I hesitate to use collapsing, but that arch height decreasing when we're in stance phase, our foot on the ground, which actually allows us to get that whole foot in contact with the floor, which is what we want if we're squatting or pulling. So, what does a proper knee and foot position look like in the squat? We're going back to our man Max Iada here. You can see based on this picture, those toes and knees are aligned, letting that knee act like a hinge joint, getting that foot nice and stable on the floor, allowing him to squat 270 keys. Thanks for listening, guys. Hope this helps. Lift heavy, lift often.